Hey guys, Asian Kid Gaming here and welcome back to the second episode of Plymouth Argyle Youth Academy Career Mode. We're here in the second episode and the second season. In the first episode, as I was kind of in a rush to get the episode out, I kind of glossed over the whole premise behind this series. So I thought I would give an explanation in the second episode. The whole point of the series is to use the players that are generated in the game and not actually in the game at the start. So players such as regens or players in the youth academy. Of course, this isn't my own brainchild, but the brainchild of some other YouTubers such as Cutzy Gaming and Brahma Striker 9 and Sparring DK and so on and so forth. So they're really good YouTubers too, so I recommend you give them a look. Here, as we've been promoted from League 2 to League 1, we have our new league objective in League 1, our season's budget and our domestic cup objective. Our league objective is to finish mid-table. Our season's budget is £1.4 million on the transfer budget and 7k on the wage budget. And our domestic cup objective is to reach the round of 32 stage. Here in the second season, there'll be regens coming in and I've already taken a look and put them onto my shortlist. So as we have no idea of the overall or potential of these players, I'm gonna scout them all first. But before everything, we have to send out our youth scouts to go scouting. Sean Byron was sending to England for 3 months scouting physically strong players. Skodran Salmonson was sending to Sweden for 3 months searching for physically strong players as well. Mariano Garcia was sending to Spain to search for technically gifted players. With the addition of training, I figured out a tactic to generate more funds using the training and some low overall players in the squad. We can use Harvey here as an example, as he clearly is nothing special at 49 overall at 17 years old. However, with training, his value could skyrocket. In view of this, I'll be training him consistently throughout the season and give you some updates here and there on how he's doing. And here we begin our second season with Plymouth Argyle. And here we have the pre-season tournament invite. And I think I'm just gonna take the one that offers the most money again and hope for the best. And here we have a transfer offer for Luke McCormick from Sheffield Wednesday. Given that we're not playing yet, I don't think it's the most wise of choices to let him go. So I'm just gonna flat out reject this. Also, I won't promise any gameplay this episode unless we're under threat of relegation, and in which case I would have to step in and try and save us. And here we have the transfer offer for Ruben Reed from Huddersfield. I don't think we should get rid of any of the players that we have unless we're deliberately trying to sell them, as our squad is already quite thin, with 2 of the players leaving on pre-contracts from last season, if you recall. And a pre-season tournament in the European International Cup. I'm just gonna sim through the whole thing and tell you how it went at the end. More and more transfer offers here for Luke McCormick and Ruben Reed. So I think I'm gonna bar those 2 from getting any more transfer offers in the interest of not losing them and not having to deal with all these emails. And now we see that as we have no further fixtures in pre-season, we have made an early exit from the pre-season tournament, despite having quite a good run in the group stage. You know, 4 points seems decent, I guess. And we receive a grand total of £324,000, which is okay, I guess. And here we see that the scouts have come back showing all the overalls for all the players except for this player, Roberto Komoto, who is indeed Pirlo's regen. But in any case, we can't get any of these players at the moment because they've all recently joined the club, as you can see here with the example of Stefano Shaglia. And if anything, we can only sign them on loan, and that won't be very useful except in the case that I would actually play the games. However, I can sign these 2 players as they are free agents, so I'm gonna try and go in for them. Here's the offer for Davide Manfredini. and the offer for Mario Barrios. And as you can see here, both players have rejected the contracts and asked for the amount that they initially requested, and as they both could have quite good potential, I think I'll send them the contracts that they want. So here's Davide Manfredini's and also Mario Barrios's. And here's hoping that they'll both accept. Great news as Mario Barrios has accepted his contract, and also that Roberto Komoto's stats can finally be viewed, and he's a 66 overall. Looks okay, I guess. A bit average. But more importantly, Mario Barrios, get in the club. This leaves us kinda tight on the wages, but our transfer budget can surely make up for it. So in comes Mario Barrios. And here we see that he does not have a potential tag, he does not. But given his age and overall, I think he'll still grow up to be a decent player. As long as his reaction stat grows, we can train his goalkeeping to get better. And here on the 1st of August, we have a youth squad monthly report, 3 monthly scouting updates, and Davide Manfredini accepting his contract. So I think I'm gonna deal with the most pressing matter, that is Manfredini accepting his contract, but we can't afford it unless we adjust the transfer budget, but it can be done automatically, so that's good. And now we have Davide Manfredini in our squad. And now monthly scouting update from England with Sean Barn, yes. And we have Blair Dickinson, Brian McCarthy, these names, Josh Downing, and Stephen Friend. I think we're just gonna leave all of these players to next month, or just these two, and take a look at them next month. And now, monthly scouting report from Sweden brings back Felix Albonos. Overall of 48 to 64, potential of 76 to 94. Sign him up. Oh, and we need to change the budget split as we have no more budget after signing Manfredini. Yeah, that looks okay, I guess. And with the look at the other players, they don't look too outstanding, so we'll just bring in Albanos. And monthly scouting update from Spain from Mariano Garcia. And here we see Julio Gutierrez, overall of 39 to 55 with a potential of 67 to 93, looks fantastic. And Maxi Mendes, who doesn't look that good, but I'm still gonna sign him up. And here we'll have a squad report for the youth players. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra, overall of 52. Felipe Marcano, overall of 56. Emil Carlson, overall of 55, gone up by 1. Mark Wyke, overall of 50. Tyrone Halford, overall of 53. Now we see that Davide Manfredini is showing great potential at 64 overall, with some pretty good stats. Standout stats being 75 ball control, 73 finishing, and 72 shot power, in addition to some pretty good physicals. Dusan Barisha, overall of 64, gone up by 1. James Davies, overall of 60. And that's the end of the squad report. And here we are on the 1st of September. And we've won Manager of the Month without managing a single game. And Dean Smalling wants to leave the club. Halford wanted to play. And now we have a monthly scouting update from Spain. Bringing back Guillermo Sanchez. Potential of 70 to 94, overall of 46 to 62. Gonna sign him up. And the rest of them, I'm gonna watch this Alfonso Cano for 1 more month. And a scouting report from Sweden brings back Marcus Tibbling, potential of 69 to 93, overall of 41 to 55. And I think I'm gonna sign him up. The rest of them should just go. And now, monthly scouting update from England. Brings back Ben Tootle, overall of 43 to 57, potential of 71 to 94. Blair Dickinson looks subpar. Jonathan Young and Jordan Polian, overall of 49 to 65, potential of 72 to 94. Gonna sign him up as well. And the two players from last month just look terrible now. So I'll sim to the next month and talk to you all then. And now a squad report. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra, overall of 53, gone up by 1. Felipe Marcano, overall of 57, gone up by 1. Emil Carson, overall of 55, gone up by 1. Mark Wyke, overall of 51, gone up by 1. Tyrone Helford, overall of 54, gone up by 1. Davide Manfredini, overall of 64. Dusan Berisha, overall of 64, gone up by 1. James Davies, overall of 61, gone up by 1. And here we have a squad report. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra, overall of 53, gone up by 1. Felipe Marcano, overall of 57, gone up by 1. Tyrone Helford, overall of 54, gone up by 1. Emil Carlson, overall of 56, gone up by 2. Mark Wyke, overall of 51, gone up by 1. Davide Manfredini, overall of 64. Dusan Berisha, overall of 64, gone up by 1. James Davies, overall of 62, gone up by 2. An interesting thing here, the manager role at Peterborough has been offered to us, but in the interest of continuing our job at Plymouth Argyle here, I think I'll just... I'll just let down the offer here. And Dean Smalley saying he wants to leave. And now we have a youth scout report from Spain, and good thing we didn't take a gamble on Alfonso Cano because he looks terrible now. And no one really to report from this except Rocky Alvarez, who could be another Cano. But I think I'm gonna take a chance on him. And this ends the scouting in Spain. And now scouting report from Sweden brings back Joel Aspgren, who could be good. I think I'll just sign him. And now from England brings back nothing really. Now I've made the decision to send the scouts each one by one in different points of the month. So I'm gonna send out Sean Byrne now to England for 3 months, searching for a winger. I'll probably send out the scouts weekly so as to spread them out enough. Interestingly enough, we remain the only team in the league to be unbeaten at this stage. And our unbeaten streak in the league has been broken by who else but Luton Town, who we pipped to the title last year. And now on the 8th of October, we'll be sending out Shojran Salmonson to Sweden for 3 months, searching for technically gifted players. And now we'll be sending out Mariano Garcia to Spain for 3 months, searching for physically strong players on the 15th of October. Squad report now for the month of November. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra, overall of 54, gone up by 2. Felipe Marcano, overall of 57, gone up by 1. Tyrone Helford, overall of 55, gone up by 2. Emil Carlson, overall of 56, gone up by 2. Mark Wyke, overall of 52, gone up by 2. Davide Manfredini, overall of 65, gone up by 1. Dusan Berisha, overall of 65, gone up by 2. James Davies, overall of 62, gone up by 2. Monthly scouting update from England here brings back no players to be added. Monthly scouting update from Sweden brings back no one. Monthly scouting update from Spain here straight away brings back Abilio Lopez, overall of 39 to 55, potential of 68 to 94. I'm just gonna sign him up. And everything else is really, it's not even average. Quick update on the 29th of November that we are on target of our objective to finish mid-table, but we're looking kind of shaky on our domestic cup objective of reaching the round of 32 stage. Squad report for the month of December. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra, overall of 55, gone up by 3. Felipe Marcano, overall of 58, gone up by 2. Tyrone Helford, overall of 55, gone up by 2. Emil Carlson, overall of 56, gone up by 2. Mark Wyke, overall of 52, gone up by 2. Davide Manfredini, overall of 65, gone up by 1. Dusan Barisha, overall of 65, gone up by 2, and James Davies, overall of 63, gone up by 3. Monthly scouting update from England brings back Will Martin and Paul Kennedy, who both look quite good. I'm going to give Paul Kennedy another month, but Will Martin is coming in straight away. Monthly scouting update from Sweden brings back nothing. Monthly scouting update from Spain brings back a whole host of players, starting with Javier Marquez, who looks good, but is he good enough? That's the question. And taking a look at the rest of the players, they're all pretty subpar, so I think I'll give Javier Marquez another month, and I'll come back to him later. And here we see that we've beaten Chesterfield in an FA Cup tie that needed a replay. So we have a chance to fulfill that domestic cup objective after all. And here we see that Jordan Polion wants to cancel his contract with the club. And when we take a look at him, he still looks pretty good despite his somewhat subpar potential. So I think I'm gonna sign him up, giving him a future first team player role. As well, we see Felix Albanos wanting to cancel his contract. He's got the potential to be 80 to 90, so he's a definite signing. And here we see that after about 6 months of training, Harvey's overall has genuinely skyrocketed to about 5 times his value. So I'm still gonna transfer list him nonetheless. And by the way, we are at the 1st of January now, so the transfer window is open. I'll try and pursue some of the players that are on my shortlist. However, with the limited amount of funds, it might seem like a long shot. And also with the CPU team May bump, we might want to leave them at the squad so that they can, at the respective teams, so that they can develop better. But anyways, a squad report for the 1st of January. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra, overall of 55, gone up by 3. Felipe Marcano, overall of 59, gone up by 3. Tyrone Helford, overall of 55, gone up by 2. Emil Carlson, overall of 56, gone up by 2. Mark Wyke, overall of 53, gone up by 3. Davide Manfredini, overall of 66, gone up by 2. Dusan Barisha, overall of 66, gone up by 3. James Davies, overall of 63, gone up by 3. And also a youth scout report available from England, bringing back Paul Kennedy, who looks better this month, so I'm gonna sign him up. Joshua Granger and some others who won't make the cut, but Scott Green looks pretty good, so I'll sign him up. So as we see here, Jordan Polion and Felix Albanos have both accepted their contracts, so we're gonna take a look at them in our squad report section. And here we can see that Jordan Polion has good stats and low medium work rates at 6'2", can play left back and right back, and has 2-star skills on weak foot. Felix Albanos at 55 overall is 5'10", can play centre back and centre mid, has low medium work rates and has 1-star weak foot but 4-star skill moves. So he might be a good player for the future, but we'll keep him in view for the moment. Transfer offer here from Ryan Brandt from Port Vale for his valuation. I think I'm gonna ask for a little more than that. Maybe 350,000? Sounds reasonable. And now we see that they decided to stop trying to buy Ryan Brandt. And in addition, we have a scout report available from Sweden, and brings back Dimitriadis Mukhtar Dimitriadis, overall of 44 to 58, potential of 70 to 94. I'm gonna sign him up straight up. And the rest, Silverholt could do well. Nabil Silverholt. But his strength though, no, not gonna take a gamble on him. Transfer offer here for Dean Smalley, who is in bad form and is very unhappy, so I'm just gonna take this because he's old and not doing well, and he probably won't go for much more. And now we can see that Dean Smalley has indeed left, that we have some prize money from the FA Cup, which we have managed to progress to the 4th round, which I'm not sure is the round of 32 or not, and it's against Southampton, so in any case we won't be progressing any further than that. I'm gonna check, and we have not reached the round of 32. If we do beat Southampton, we will reach the round of 32, I think. And now a youth scout report from Spain. Bringing back Javier Marquez, who looks average, I guess. And everyone here doesn't really look. Jose Enrique. Very funny. You know, I'm just gonna sign him for the laugh. And Javier Marquez, I guess if he improves, he could be good. Vicente, I don't think he'll amount to much. And now we see that we indeed did not beat Southampton, and we are officially knocked out of the FA Cup and are unable to meet our cup objective for this season. But still, if we can meet the league objective, given we're a promoted club, and we seem to be doing pretty well, so I doubt that we'll be in any trouble. 29th of January here, and we have not signed anyone. So I've made the decision not to sign anyone in the interest of getting all the players on our shortlist their May bumps, and signing them when we have greater funds and when I'll actually be playing the game. And here on the 31st of January, we have a transfer offer for Lee Cox. I'm just gonna let him go. And here on the 1st of February, it seems that Lee Cox has not left, which should make sense as a calendar sim dip, but I accepted the contract offer. And I'm surprised that Corey Harvey didn't leave. But anyway, now a squad report for the month of February. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra, overall of 56, gone up by 4. Felipe Marcano, overall of 59, gone up by 3. Jordan Polion, overall of 54. Tyrone Helford, overall of 56, gone up by 3. Felix Albonos, overall of 55. Emil Carlson, overall of 57, gone up by 3. Mark Wyke, overall of 53, gone up by 3. Davide Manfredini, overall of 66, gone up by 2. Dusan Barisha, overall of 66, gone up by 3. James Davis, overall of 63, gone up by 3. Monthly scouting update from England brings back Bonds O'Reilly. Interesting name. And nothing much else, so especially this Richard Graben. Wow. Okay, so I think I'll keep an eye on these two for the next month. Monthly scouting update from Sweden brings back no one. Monthly scouting update from Spain brings back Hugo Madrazo, overall of 44 to 62, potential of 71 to 94. Sign him up straight away. Pablo Ruiz, and a bunch of pretty outstanding players except Juan Maresca, but I'll leave the other two here for one more month and come back next month. And now squad report for the month of April. Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Roman Saavedra, overall of 56 but gone up by 4. Felipe Marcano, overall of 59, gone up by 3. Jordan Polion, overall of 55, gone up by 1. Tyrone Helford, overall of 56, gone up by 3. Felix Albonos, overall of 56, gone up by 1. Emil Carlson, overall of 57, gone up by 3. Mark Wyke, overall of 53, gone up by 3. Davide Manfredini, overall of 67, gone up by 3. Dusan Barisha, overall of 66, gone up by 3. James Davis, overall of 64, gone up by 4. And here we have a monthly scouting update from England, with Bonds O'Reilly and Jordan Ralls coming back. Jordan Ralph's looking very subpar, but Bonds O'Reilly really looking pretty okay, so I think I'll leave him for just one more month. And Lewis Butterfield and Ross Newton, overall of 44 to 58, potential of 75 to 94. With that low overall at the age of 17, it looks unlikely that he'll do well, and our youth academy is full as well. I'll be right back. So I've decided to get rid of Ben Tootle due to his low potential. So at the maximum, he could get to having the showing great potential tag, which is really not good enough. And in his place, we'll bring in Ross Newton. Interesting to note that at this point in March, we're actually in 6th place in a playoff spot and 5 points above the next team. So we might actually end up getting an unwanted promotion this season, which could be good and bad, whichever way you see it. And monthly scouting update from Sweden brings back Victor Batan, who is much better than anything we got last month, so I'm gonna keep an eye on him for this month. It seems that no other clubs actually come in for these youth players this year, which is quite good actually. It means that it gives you more time to just look at them and wait for them to fully pan out what their overall and potential really are. Monthly scouting update from Spain brings back not as stellar as last month, but definitely, I guess I would call this a solid month. I think I will give it one more month. Squad report for the month of April. Sounds familiar? That's cause I said it wrongly the last time. Good job me. So, Mario Barrios, overall of 64. Roman Saavedra, overall of 56, gone up by 4. Felipe Marcano, overall of 59, gone up by 3. Jordan Polion, overall of 55, gone up by 1. Tyrone Halford, overall of 57, gone up by 4. Felix Albanos, overall of 56, gone up by 1. Emil Carlson, overall of 57, gone up by 3. Mark Wyke, overall of 53, gone up by 3. Davide Manfredini, overall of 67, gone up by 3. Dusan Berisha, overall of 67, gone up by 4. James Davies, overall of 64, gone up by 4. Monthly scouting update from England brings back Bonds O'Reilly, who's... Did he drop off from last month? And he's 18 as well. I don't think I'll take him. Max Coker, who's dropped off, definitely. Brandon Jones, Jack Byram. Jack Byram is the only one who actually looks decent from this month. But he doesn't really look all that good to be taking a gamble on, so yes, I'll be sending no one. And after this month, I'm not gonna be sending any more scouts out, as the academy is pretty much super crowded right now, so unless we get everyone out soon, I think that there's really no point in sending the scouts out just to get more players. I'm pretty sure we can fill out the entire squad with youth players by next season, which I'll start playing in the next episode. Our monthly scouting update from Sweden brings back Melka Albanos. These Albanos bring back some amazing players. Thank their mother. And also a bunch of other players that could be okay. But do I have space in my... No, I don't. So I don't think it'll be worth me getting one of these players in, so I'll just leave it there. And onwards. Monthly scouting update from Spain brings back David Navas, who's got an overall of 44 to 58, potential of 71 to 94. Hopefully he's not as homesick as Jesus Navas is. Oh, but right, our youth academy is full, so I'll be back once I find a player to get rid of. So I've actually decided to get rid of 2 players, being Joel Aspegren and Marcus Tibbling, as they both barely scratch 80 in potential. So it's not really worth holding on to them. So I'll sign up David Navas, and I think I'll sign up Pablo Ruiz because he's been here for 3 months and he hasn't seemed to have dropped off. And that's it for youth scouting this season, I guess. And I'll tell you when the kids start wanting to leave the youth academy, because it's pretty much an eventuality at this stage. Coming into the last 2 games of the season, and we're in 5th place, and 6th and 8th are both 8 points behind, so we're definitely going to be in the playoff places, but hopefully not promoted, because I don't think our squad can really handle championship football, given that it's going to be composed mostly of regions next season and generated players. But here we see 2 players wanting to leave and a youth squad monthly report. No May bump this time, and David Navas is a striker. Nice. And I don't think I'll harp on this thing too long, but I'm gonna take a look at the squad report for the 1st of May. And now we see Mario Barrios has not grown a single season all rating. A single rating all season. So he's remained at the overall of 64. Ramon Saavedra is an overall of 56, gone up by 4. Felipe Marcano an overall of 60, gone up by 4, showing great potential. Yes. Jordan Polion overall of 56, gone up by 2. Tyrone Helford overall of 57, gone up by 4. Felix Albanos overall of 57, gone up by 2. Emil Carlson overall of 57, gone up by 3. Mark White overall of 54, gone up by 4. Davide Manfredini overall of 67, gone up by 3. Dusan Barisha overall of 67, gone up by 4. James Davies overall of 64, gone up by 4, and that's it for the regen players. And now we can take a look at the players on the shortlist, as they've all undergone their May bump. Okay, some of them have undergone a May bump. Joshua Kadira, definitely a player to look out for. 5-star weak foot and 69 overall at 16 years old. That's practically Odegaard right there. And he plays for Bayern Munich, so we can't... Look at this. They're the same overall and 3 years age difference. Rolando Baba, wow. Wow. He looks fantastic. Carlos Gomez looks okay, I guess, and Shaglia, at the age of 20, I guess you can't really expect him to be that low rated. And I'll come back once the Youth Academy players start bugging me. And here we see that at the end of the regular season, we finished off our league campaign in 4th place, winning half of our games and finishing with a total of 82 points. And as I've said, they will come knocking eventually. Scott Green wants to leave, and I think I'm just gonna promote everyone who's 17 and above in case they want to leave. Oh, and look, Scott Green isn't even 17. He's terrible, but he's not even 17. I don't think I'm even gonna promote him. So I'll take a look at all these players, and you know, I'll just cut to when they've already come in and I can show you them in the squad report. And as you see here, we have won the first leg of the playoffs semi-final, and also we have a manager offer for FC Ural in the Russian league, which is really strange, and a press conference which I'm not gonna attend, and a few messages from the players as it is a new month. And we can see the 4 players in our youth academy who have not reached the age of 16 in which they can be promoted, but they all look fantastic, to be fair. They really do. Look at Albanos, oh my days, look at those stats and that potential. He could be fantastic. And now for the squad report. And we have Mario Barrios, still not growing a rating, growing in physicals, but not in the physical stat he needs to improve, which is reactions. A 64 rated keeper, Americo Ortiz, who has just come in and has grown 1 overall and is already outdone Barrios. It's just shameful, really. 59 overall, gone up by 1. Ramon Saavedra, 57 overall, gone up by 5. Felipe Marcano overall of 60, gone up by 4. Corey Harvey overall of 68, gone up by 19. Jordan Polion overall of 56, gone up by 2. Tyrone Helford overall of 57, gone up by 4. Felix Albanos overall of 57, gone up by 2. Emil Carlson overall of 58, gone up by 4. Mark White overall of 54, gone up by 4. Ben Purrington overall of 74, gone up by 6. Matt McSheffrey overall of 58. Abilio Lopez overall of 53. Look at that attacking positioning. Oh dear. Jose Enrique overall of 49. Davide Manfredini overall of 67, gone up by 3. Look at those stats. Look at those stats. Julio Gutierrez overall of 57. He doesn't look like he's growing in his physicals. No. Pablo Ruiz overall of 44. Same with him. And Paul Kennedy overall of 57. Dusan Berisha overall of 67, gone up by 4. James Davies overall of 64, gone up by 4. Ross Newton overall of 47, gone up by 1. David Navas overall of 48, gone up by 1. And that is it. That's the final scouting report for this season. Squad report, sorry. Warning here that some of the players that weren't good enough weren't brought up to the main squad. So here we go. Americo Ortiz overall of 58 is a 6'5" goalkeeper from Spain. Matt McSheffrey is a 58 overall left back who can play centre back and right back as well. Has high work rates and 3-star skill moves and 2-star weak foot. Abilio Lopez is a 53 rated left back and can also play right back. Is right footed and is 5'9". Jose Enriquez is a 49 rated CDM who is 6'1" tall, has low high work rates, can also play centre mid, and has 3-star skill moves and weak foot. Julio Gutierrez is a 57 rated right mid at 16 years old, who has 5-star skill moves and a 3-star weak foot, is left footed on the right mid, and has medium low work rates. That has made my day right there, indeed. Pablo Ruiz, overall of 44 at the age of 16, is 6'1", can play centre mid, cam and CDM. I can barely hold my excitement. He has low medium work rates, a 1-star weak foot, which is terrible, but 5-star skill moves once again. Paul Kennedy is a 57 rated left mid, and he can also play cam, is left footed with low medium work rates, and is 5'7" and has a 5-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves. You can hear the excitement die in my voice when I say 5-star weak foot. Ross Newton is a 46 rated striker. He's 5'9", has medium high work rates, 3-star skill moves and weak foot. David Navas is a 47 rated striker as well, and is 6'2", has a 5-star weak foot and has high low work rates and is left footed. Can I just point this out? His value has gone up by 1,483%.